Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So I just walked out of the shower and realized I have company. What? That's so cool, there's some babies there. Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in on them for you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So anyway, it's finally day 20 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. And this is the Reset Tour. A bike trip around the southeast United States to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So yeah, I'm here at the Julian Price, I think that's the name of it, campground on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I've got like half blue skies, half cloudy skies. We'll see. Hopefully everything works out for flying the drone. I think it will. I mean, God's just good like that. And if not, he's good anyway. Oh man, the last like 48 hours have shown that. Just these deer not even caring that I'm here shows that. Anyway, so yeah, gonna get on the road. Go as far as I can. Hopefully I make it that 40 miles to the next campground. I did get up early today, which is nice. It's rare, but it's nice. I was also able to rest really well over the last 48, and then yesterday I had one bar of service. Could only get text stuff out. Facebook wouldn't load, Instagram wouldn't load, nothing would load, YouTube. So at like 6 o'clock I went to sleep. Woke up for a couple hours from 10 to midnight and went back to sleep until 7 this morning. Anyway, yeah, let's get on the road and see what this day has ahead of us. I love you guys. I'll see you later. I don't think she cares that I'm here too much. At all. Alright, so as you could see from that video, I was climbing up toward the viaduct and I had a catastrophic blowout. So the climb wasn't, I don't think, the problem. It was 1,000 feet over 5 miles. But it was the tire, maybe the tube was overinflated. Luckily, I had just heard from Matthew Jacobs, our student pastor at Luke 4:18 Fellowship, who said he just so happened to be in the area. And so, like, this was last night. Today, literally, he watched the tire blow. Yeah. Like, that's where he was in coming to meet me this morning.
Yep.
How crazy is that?
It is absolutely insane. I was about to actually take a picture of you right in front of me to send to your family, right when the tire blew.
So, to add to the more crazy coincidences that you see on this channel, literally help was there when I needed it, like the most. So he took me to Boone. We got the tire fixed at Magic Cycles. I got a sticker for the bucket, so I'll be able to put that on. And now he's taking me to lunch. I get a hamburger. Crazy. He watched the tire. That's where he was in his ride toward me and where I was in my ride when it happened. Yep. Unfathomable.
Yes.
God's grace is just overwhelming.
Yes, it is.
That's his nose.
Yeah.
Got a big chin.
Big chin, mouth.
Looks like Abraham Lincoln. All right, so cool day. Went and ate the burgers. Like, you know, for Matthew being there for the tire pop, it was just crazy. But they took me all through town, bike shop, lunch, Walmart, all the things that I could need. And not only that, we did try to go to the viaduct, but Matthew and I just got to have a good conversation there because the clouds and rain just stayed. But yeah, Matthew's brought me about 8 miles from Crabtree Falls, I think. That's where we're going to camp tonight. Thank you so much.
Man, it's no problem. We love being able to be a part of it.
Thank you.
We're excited with what God's doing.
I'm excited to have you along for the ride. Tell them how crazy, like, I know it probably doesn't ever compute with me, but tell them how crazy that was. Like, you watched the tire blow?
I did. So I found out last night that you were staying in the same community that we were staying in. And I told Shelby, I was like, we're going to go by and see him real quick. Go down there, turn around, come back behind you, and literally I'm pulling out my phone to take a picture of, like, look at what I see. And boom, that's when the tire burst. Yeah, it was awesome.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. God literally had someone there to pick me up right as the tire blew. Like, I'm never going to forget that. It is just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
That's how God is, though.
It's just how God rolls. It's just how God rolls. Cool. Love you, brother.
No, love you too, man.
Thanks again. Alright, so I made it to camp. Before I say anything else, before I finish the video, there's two things I want to talk about really quickly. So, Ends of the Earth Cycling is doing their virtual ride right now. It's called Break Every Chain 2021. And it's for orphans in Kenya. It's for a ministry in Kenya that helps orphan children rise up out of their, lives and into a life with Christ. And so, for 5 days, now the first two, I did not do any cycling. I did a century by car, and they said that counts. Today I only got 11 miles, but God was all over it. But I'm going to leave a link in the description. If God puts it on your heart, go donate to Ends of the Earth Cycling, to this Break Every Chain ride, and help out these orphans in Kenya for these next 3 days. This one and then the next two. It'll be day 3, 4, and 5 of the Break Every Chain ride. And so for those 3 days, if God's put it on your heart to donate to Redeeming Eden, consider giving it to them. Redeeming Eden seems to be very well taken care of right now. So help out some orphans in Kenya. And second, Mike Mathis passed away Friday. Met him in St. Mark's, Florida, and his wife Ann, and they have just they've been so cool. I'll try to put a clip here of a video that he did for me before I crossed the country on a bicycle. He let me speak at his church on the Zoom thing, but he had contracted brain cancer and had a stroke and just had a declining life, and we spoke several times, and I never got to speak to him in person on the phone, but I continued to send him texts and let him know I'm here. You can call me anytime you're not busy or you're able. And he just, he wasn't able to, but it was interesting because I didn't have any service and I was on the phone with Christy, and she let me know that he had passed, and I said, what day? And she said, I don't know. I hadn't looked at the obituary. And I said, you know, wouldn't it be crazy if it was Friday when all that crazy stuff was happening at that place? And then, like, you know, he stepped into eternity and said, hey, Jesus, help out my brother Adam. And then, like, that's what all this has been about. I don't know if that's how that works. But was able to look it up. He passed Friday, October 1st, when all that was happening. So, thanks, Mike. Thank you, Ann. I love you guys. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully I can fit a little video in right here from Mike Mathis before the Coast to Coast ride. After that, we'll end the video for the day.
Good morning, this is Lay Pastor Mike here in Kiel, Wisconsin. I am going to sing you a little song this morning in honor of a friend of mine who is doing a cross-country bike trip. His name is Eben Lineberry, and I'm doing my very best Eben Lineberry imitation this morning. So please join along. Been praying for you, Adam, and hope you do well. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me, yes, Jesus loves me, yes, Jesus loves me, the Bible tells me so. Now Adam's on a big long ride, Jesus is riding by his side. They're going across the whole country to raise awareness. Now don't you see? Yes, Jesus loves me, yes, Jesus loves me, yes, Jesus loves me, the Bible tells me so. Adam, I know it's a long, grueling ride, and there's so many of us who are pulling for you out there, so we're going to just keep praying and keep putting some food in your belly and keep putting some funds out there. I hope a lot of other people out there are watching your YouTube channel because it's very inspiring to see how God is paving the way for you. God is really putting footsteps out in front of you and putting people in front of you to help spread the message of how Jesus loves us and how believing and how staying faithful can help us through some of the biggest challenges in life, whether they be addiction, recovery, or whether they be other challenges that we're dealing with. So God bless you, man, and keep on pedaling, keep on praying, and we hope you stay well out there. And we thank you for all the video logs you're sending us. They're inspirational to all of us. God bless.
I still weep every time I watch it. Man, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Ann. I'm going to compose myself and in the video here. I love y'all. Well, how about that ride into Crabtree Falls Campground? So that's another 1,000 feet of climbing in 5 miles. I ended up doing like 11 miles today and 2,000 feet of climbing. I hope that's not like the story for the rest of the parkway, because I've still got 120 miles to go, and that would be 24,000 feet of climbing in 120 miles. Most of the time across America, you know, every mile you're climbing 100 feet. So like every 10 miles is 1,000 feet of climbing. This was 10 miles and 2,000 feet. It really reminds me more of McKenzie Pass in Oregon, where in like 14 miles I went up 3,700 feet. Like, That was the highest, strongest grade climb for the longest time with no, like, coasting at all that I've done yet. But the Blue Ridge Parkway is definitely turning out to be some of the most advanced level bicycle touring that I've ever done in the U.S. Just the climbs are completely low geared for a very long time. And then, you know, the coast down the other side, it just doesn't last long enough. Like, I mean, it might be, you know, 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever, and then it's back to that very long climb. So, fortunately, I had a huge break in the middle of the day today, which was ridiculous. And then when I got to camp, I had no sooner set my tent up than it started raining. Like, it didn't rain all day. It was supposed to rain all day, and it didn't rain all day long. I did not get the footage of, you know, the drone footage of the viaduct. I wanted some kind of Forrest Gump themed thing in this area because, you know, it's just one of the places that he went. But alas, I'll have to save that for later, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so crazy cool day. Again, you know, Matthew had talked to me last night, said that he'd love to meet up with me. Didn't know what time that was going to be, didn't know where that was going to be. I just told him I was going to leave my campsite around 10. I had pedaled for an hour up, you know, from the campsite up to Grandfather Mountain area, the viaduct area. I was like a half a mile from the viaduct. He passed me by going this way and said, "Hey, I'm going to turn around. I'll meet you at the next turnout." I was like, okay, cool. I kept pedaling. He had no sooner pulled up behind me, taken out his phone to take a picture, and watched my tire blow. And I'm talking like, I mean, you saw it. Just like a firecracker type blow. Crazy. The exact time, I mean, you know, let's summarize that. The exact time and place that I would have a major mechanical and be stuck on the side of the road, God just so happened to have two friends from my church. Matthew was up here to preach. Two friends from my church with a vehicle that would fit my bike in, that lived in this area, that knew the bike shop to go to get it fixed, that then took me to lunch, took me to try and film the viaduct. You know, Matthew and I got to talk. That was just so good. I think that was way more important than filming anything for Redeeming Eden. And then, you know, Walmart, and then here, or, you know, 6 miles from where I needed to be. It's just crazy. Just crazy. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to try and make it into Asheville. I don't know how that's going to work. Like, the climbing, I'm not sure that that's even going to be a possibility. I don't know if it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow or what. But we shall see. My phone was on roaming, and then, like, all of a sudden it switched to Verizon, so maybe I can get one of the videos or both of the videos uploaded tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's it for the day. Finally, day 20. If you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Popple link in the description. And I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. That Popple link has all of the Redeeming Eden social media, all of the ways you can donate, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and the International Gospel Outreach link. Redeeming Eden's a non-profit ministry through International Gospel Outreach, and all funds above and beyond what it takes for the Redeeming Eden cycle tours will go to help building Redeeming Eden, the Garden Rehab. So you can click the Popple link, click the IGO button, and find out more about Redeeming Eden and about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction. I know you don't either. Let's use Redeeming Eden as a tool that we might save a life. And this is the Reset Tour. It's a total reset, so I need your help with everything. Comment on the videos on YouTube. Like the videos on YouTube. That helps the algorithm. Share the videos on your social media profiles. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. All those things go a long way in helping to monetize the channel. I need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, and then the monies that come in from the Redeeming Eden YouTube channel can go to help building the rehab. So it's a win-win for everybody. All you gotta do is subscribe, comment on the videos, like the videos, share the videos. It's easy. I do all this work. I need your help doing that end. But yeah, so from here at Crabtree Falls Campground in North Carolina, which is state 15, you know, like, there's not going to be any new states on the rest of this ride, but I think it was state 15, because I think I remember very clearly coming out of state 14, South Carolina, and being like, yuck. So, yeah, but this was the state that Chris Stoll and I rode the Outer Banks, and so it's cool to be back here in this state. Anyway, from here in Crabtree Falls, North Carolina, on the Blue Ridge Parkway, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible